Hey everybody, how's it going? So, entering another contest, and this one will be for Analog Archives. He has reached 2,000 subscribers. It looks like a month ago. And just like Mark G's with a C, I'm a little bit late to the party, so I'll throw my hat into the entry. Turn this down a little bit. What Dennis wanted at Analog was 10 sophomore albums, I think as good as or better than the debut. So, been watching Dennis's channel for a while, probably about as long as I've been watching Mark's, to be honest. Discovered Dennis's channel through, I think I typed in like 20 of my favorite death metal albums, and several popped up. Dennis was one of them, Maze of Torment. But anyway, really like his channel. He's definitely an OG. He has all the good stuff, and most of them are the original copies, which probably a lot of us in the VC are pretty jelly of. But it's awesome. It's an awesome channel. He shows some great stuff. He also shows some movies, horror flicks, and other things. So if you don't know Dennis or Analog Archives and the channel, check it out. I will put a description link below. So anyway, without further ado, 10 albums that are 10 albums. Fuck. I'm not going to reshoot the intro. So 10 sophomore albums, finally copped it out. Why I picked these is I know there's some of these are going to have EPs before them. These are all just a full length. So that's what I'm going to do. And I watched a couple videos and I noticed there's a lot of people picking the same stuff. And I stopped because I know maybe a couple of these I can see people picking. In the background, we're going to be listening to Sentinel Beast, Depths of Death. Some killer ass thrash, speed metal, female vocals. Part of it. I think this is their debut. Okay, hold on. It's my day off. I've been having about maybe 1 or 2 beers a day. Anyway, here we go. I don't know which one to pick first, so I'll just start with the cassettes. Dockin'. This is my original cassette I've had back in the day. Tooth and Nail. That's their second. This is their sophomore. I know Breaking the Chains had, I think, was released in '81, and then they released like a reissue of it in '83. And I wrote this down. I believe this was released in '84. So I really like this one a lot. This is my favorite Dokken album. I love the guitar solo in the opening track, Tooth and Nail. I think during that heyday in '83 and '84 and early '80s, typically, there was a lot of great guitar solos, and George Lynch's guitar solo in that song just makes this album so much better. I know this is the only copy I've ever had. I've seen other versions of the cover art, which is a blue with one hand, and this one has to have two. Fucking fantastic album I've been listening to for decades. I've had this since maybe '86 or so. Electro Records. I had to think about it on the logo. Of course, That's one of them. I'm not gonna have these in any order. I'm just gonna randomly pick stuff. Second one is another cassette I've had for decades. That's Sabotage, Power of the Night. Their first album was Sirens, and I didn't hear Sirens first. I heard this one first, and I believe this one was released in '85, somewhere around there. My original cassette, and to be honest, it's old too. To be honest, I still love this album, but I like other albums better. But for a sophomore album, this is not fucking bad at all. It's got some really cool stuff. I think one of my favorite tracks on it is She's Unusual. I love that track. Nice J card. There's the cover art. On Atlantic Records, lyrics. But yeah, this album spent many nights. My cassette player. Sabotage, Power of the Night. I'll just knock out all the cassettes. Second one is Exciter, Violence and Force. First album was Heavy Metal Maniac, released in '83, and Violent and Force. I had to write these down because I knew I couldn't forget them. Shit, and I have it covered up. '84 again. This is actually a reissue. Only copy I have of this album. Oh no, this thing, Pounding Metal, is one of my favorite tracks on this one. Of course, the title track, Violence and Force. Evil Sinner, War is Hell. There's so many good ones. Killer fucking speed metal from Canada. And for some reason, I think the cassette's all I need of this album, really, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't mind having the vinyl one day. And I love that cover art. That just screams 80s, nightmarish, like Nightmare on Elm Street. Dawn of the Living Dead kind of vibe to the artwork. Fucking awesome. This one was on Shadow Kingdom reissue. This is the fourth. Court and Act is their debut. This one is their sophomore album. This is Satan. Suspended Sentence, which is new wave of British heavy metal. For some reason I heard somewhere this is actually a Christian band. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be. And this is a reissue as well. This one's really thrashy. This is really thrashy to me. It's speed metal, of course. No, this is not Christian. This guy got a fucking t-shirt that says fuck on it. Whoever said this was a Christian band, maybe it was me. I can't remember. I know I heard it somewhere. Anyway, this album is fucking tits. Every track on it. I can't remember my favorite track right off the bat. What is it? I love this 12th Symphony, which is an intro. It's got some really cool guitar work in it. I don't know. Suicidal Justice is another good one on this one. There's so many ones, but Satan, Suspended Sentence. So that's the cassettes, and I'll knock out the CDs. Cheers. So this one, like I mentioned in the video before, the EPs and stuff, demos. This is actually Sodom's second or sophomore release. Obsessed with Cruelty, of course, would have been their first full length. So this is their second full length, and this was released in '87. That's Persecution Mania. It's just as good as the first one. Actually, I like this one just a little bit better because of the production. Just fantastic German Teutonic thrash. Everybody knows who Sodom is. Man, this one is actually a reissue on Icarus. Just a warning on this: if you ever pick up a Icarus copy of Persecution Mania, the volume is a little bit low, so you got to turn your volume up quite a bit. But one day I'll have like maybe maybe the OG or second pressing, but fantastic thrash. Everybody knows this one, Sodom. Persecution Mania. Second one up is Def Leppard. This one I remember listening to as a kid. I think this one was released in '84. Yeah. Oh, 1981. Oh shit. So the first album is, of course, On Through the Night. This actually has the track called On Through the Night on it, but another hit and run. I love that. Mirror, Mirror, Look Into My Eyes. I love the 80s dark vibe it has. This is definitely a new wave of British heavy metal album. They went more glam metal later. Shit. I love the instrumental, switch 6 to 5. And bringing on the Heartbreak. Saturday Night High and Dry kind of sounds like AC/DC a lot. I've showed this recently. Fucking solid sophomore album. I wonder if this is the one that broke them out. I'm pretty sure it is. The Pyromania. Okay, the next one up. It's Testament, the New Order, released in '88. Man, I can't tell how much I love this album. This is the only copy I have of it. One day I'll find a freaking vinyl copy of this. By Area Inhabitants, I love that. That's my favorite track on it. The opening track, I love the Aerosmith cover, No Fault. I think they do a really good version of it. I know a lot of people don't like cover songs, and it seemed like in the early days of thrash, every band had at least one cover song on their full length. On one of their full lengths. I think Metallica may be the exception, but I know Slayer had Destinate Aggressor by Judas Priest, and I can't remember, Megadeth had one. These Boots, I think he had first 3 albums he had a cover song on, but that's besides the point. This is a killer sophomore release. The Legacy is just as good as this one, which is their debut. What a fucking marvelous album. Love this thing. I might listen to this tonight, but look at that artwork. I've always loved that artwork on Megaforce and Atlantic. Killer album. So that goes for the CDs. It's got a lot of thrash in this. I kind of want to avoid death metal and black metal because I still want to make more videos showing that stuff. So I just showed a lot of thrash and maybe heavy metal and stuff. But sophomore release by Overkill is the fucking tits. Taking Over. Feel the Fire is a fucking killer album. It is my favorite Overkill album, but this is a badass follow-up. Always loved that artwork with the bat and the skull bat and the shotguns. Nothing screams 80s more than this, to be honest. This is, of course, a reissue. Of course, I like the reissues by Music on Vinyl. They put the original logos on. It has that nice Megaforce and where's the I saw it a second ago. Yeah, right there in the corner. Anyway, this is a really glossy color, but it's on black vinyl. Favorite track on this is definitely Overkill 2, part 2 of Overkill. Wrecking Crew, Power Surge, oh man. The Night Across, Use Your Head, Fatal Swallow. Fucking fantastic sophomore album. Next one up is seems like I showed this not too long ago. Forbidden Twisted Into Form. So I like Forbidden Evil as well, but man, this album goes way back with me. It's actually the first Forbidden album I heard. Then I heard the debut after that. But what a lot of people know, they've seen my videos. Forbidden's one of my favorite thrash bands. Definitely one of my favorite Bay Area thrash bands. And I tell you what, this is just a beast of an album. Twisted For. My favorite tracks on this, and I've said it before, Infinite, Out of Body, Out of Mind. I fucking love that. I love the instrumentals on this. Tossed Away, One Foot in Hell. Can't go wrong with this album. Badass sophomore release. And then last but not least is this one. Another one where the band released the EP, and then The Warning is their first full length, and this is their new sophomore. Rage for Order by Queensryche, released in '84, isn't it? '86. Now, this is my OG press that I bought, and I think I may have shown this once or twice. I know I talked about it in the video when I first heard this album. I didn't really like it because I liked the EP and Warning, and it took me a little while, and I think it was a track I heard on the radio, which is Walk in the Shadows. Love that track. Another one is I Dream in Infrared. Fucking killer fucking album. Killer shit. Since it's OG, I'll take this out. Nice paper sleeve. And I'll show you the label. Don't know why I didn't want to really show the reissues. I know Dennis, he showed a bunch of OGs and he pulled them out, but we'll have to listen to this album tonight as well. Fucking killer album. But anyway, there's my entry, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I kind of showed a little bit of different stuff maybe I haven't shown before. Killer stuff. So congrats, Dennis. What a hell of a milestone. I'm 1,000 away. So anyway, that's what's playing in the background, actually doing the Iron Man cover. Nah, it's off Killers. It's off the debut. Yeah, I almost did it. Because I mentioned in the last contrast entry, I know a lot of people probably know what I'm getting ready to say, that I always show Iron Maiden Killers in every entry video I showed, except for this one, and that happens to be their sophomore. I had to throw that little nugget. Y'all have an awesome fucking weekend. I'm gonna try to shoot another video tonight. I have so many ideas where, as before, I had nothing. Kind of just like the Emperor song, and there was nothing. That's not the song, but that's the end of the intro. But Prometheus, I believe. Y'all have a good one later.